Plaintiff Anarelli Guzman dated the defendant for 4 years, and they have a daughter together. Anarelli claims the defendant cheated, sent naked pictures of himself to other women, and physically abused her while she was pregnant as a result of his drug addiction. She's suing him today for child support and damaged property. Defendant Francisco Medina admits that he cheated on Anarelli, but insists she knew the type of guy he was when they got together. Francisco claims he has tried to be in his daughter's life, but Anarelli has made it impossible. And now she has a restraining order against him, so he can't contact his child.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, I was dating Francisco Medina for 4 years. We have a beautiful little girl together. Her name is Genesis.
How old is the child?
She is 4 years old.
So you became pregnant first week.
No.
You've been dating for 4 years
yeah,
and the child is 4.
No, we haven't been together for a while. So during my pregnancy, we was together. We made out of love. You know, it was a love baby. She was a miracle baby. During our relationship, I found that he was cheating. He was logged into my tablet, and he was sending pictures of himself, private area, to random females, inviting them over to our spot where we lived. And I gave him another chance
because...
because...
That don't got nothing to do with nothing, though.
How many times did it do
That don't got nothing
that?
to do with nothing. What they got to do with the baby?
How many times?
We were together for
Multiple
a week before you
times.
cheated.
Multiple times.
Go ahead.
So,
You knew I was on the
anyways,
road when you met me?
Are you gonna let me finish?
You knew I was
Are you gonna let me?
Sir,
Are you gonna finish?
be quiet now. You're on the run, you say?
I said it.
Because you're not gonna go far. The police are looking.
No, I said it at that time.
Huh?
I'm talking about around that time. Around that time I was talking about when we first met.
Anyways,
Go ahead.
may I finish? So, long story short, after the cheating, I gave him another chance because, you know, we have a baby together. I figured I wanted to give her the life that I never had, which I never had my dad in my life. Moving forward, I found that he was addicted to synthetic marijuana. He used to smoke it a lot, which is K2, I believe they call it.
Mm-hmm.
The physical and emotional abuse started from there. He'll hit me, he'll scream at me, et cetera, et cetera. When I was pregnant, he hit me in my mouth, where I had a hole in my mouth. I went into the emergency room. I was in the emergency room for about a few days.
Excuse me.
A month after that, I gave birth to the baby.
Okay, let me allow him to give some background, then we'll get back to you. He has a couple of things he's been anxious to say. Yes, sir.
Actually, after my daughter, after she gave birth to my daughter, I wasn't even allowed. I was on probation, so I wasn't even allowed to get high. When me and her first met, she knew the type of guy she was dealing with.
They don't check for synthetic
Let him
marijuana.
finish, man.
You knew I was a cheater.
Sir, tell me. She knew what?
She knew I was a cheater. I cheated. I admit it. I admit it.
How old are you, or were you?
2021.
Yeah, you weren't ready to be monogamous. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough on a 21-year-old guy to determine he's never gonna see another woman in his life.
You was 22,
No.
23.
I wasn't trying to be committed. I know
That's my point, sir. That's my point. I'm saying you were 21. It's unlikely that your commitment would be one of permanence.
But she don't
You're
look
not
at it
gonna
like
say
that,
to yourself, I'm never gonna see another woman in my life at age 21. So go ahead, but you say she knew.
Yes, she knew, Your Honor. I love my daughter with the best of with all my heart, from the bottom of my heart. Every time I want to be there for my daughter, I can't.
Why not?
I have full custody.
She has full custody, and
Have you tried and she's refused?
I tried, but I ended up getting incarcerated for
Same day he was supposed to be at court.
Quiet, ma'am.
I ended up getting incarcerated, so that got prolonged.
How long has that been?
It's been like 6 months now.
But the baby's 4.
The baby's 4, but I was in and out.
For how long?
The same thing.
If you added all the months
2 years.
up, what would it be? 2 years?
Yes.
So you have 2 years left. So why couldn't you see the other 2 years? I'm just saying, you act like there was something preventing you.
Well, to be honest, Your Honor, I just got tired of arguing and going back and forth for her as long as I was...
About what? When you go and see your baby or get your baby, what would she do?
Well, just an example was just when she was staying with me. We had an apartment together. She has a restraining order on me and she has a PFA on me. I let her live with me, Your Honor.
Okay, that's one example. When you all were living together, you had a bad relationship. Give me another one out of those 2 years.
When she got me locked up in 2015.
About what?
aggravated assault, robbery, and the
is
charges.
that part of the 2-year sentences you've done?
Yes, that's
I'm
part.
talking about the 2 years that you were out. There was no problem in your life. And you say you were still unable to see your child. What prohibited you?
Oh,
because
no, nothing.
Other females.
Nothing, no, nothing. You.
So
you always kept her.
How, sir? How did she?
Because she has a PFL on me. I'm not even allowed to contact her.
No, that's not true, sir. You can get the baby. Go
Under
ahead.
protection from abuse, it does not state the baby.
Ma'am, go right ahead. What do you want to tell me about child support and damaged property?
Well, the child support, I agreed to $49 a week because he was only getting paid minimum wage in 2016.
All right.
Which is 3 years after she was born. So I agreed to $49 a week because he just started a job at an agency, $7.25 an hour. So I figured, okay, let me help him out, and he could help me out as well. So it was just my co-pays. It was just for my co-pays. That's all I needed help with, co-pays for childcare. Long story short, he only paid for 3 months, and then I don't know what he did that ended up getting locked up again. And he also stated, I'd rather sell drugs than pay child support.
It should be the opposite. I'll sell drugs to pay child support.
That's what I'm saying. How did that sound?
I agreed for him to help me out with him willingly without going to court. I waited 3 years.
Go ahead.
After 3 years, I actually went for help because he wasn't helping me at all.
Okay. And
Even times when I asked him to babysit, I had to pay him, Your Honor, to babysit my daughter so I can get a second job.
You paid me one time to turn my phone on.
I had to pay him.
You paid me one time to get my phone on so we can keep in contact.
let me see your
talking
child
about?
support order. Do you have one?
Yep.
Child support order saying the total amount he owes. What's the property damage?
The property damage is for my window. He got upset because for 4 years I encouraged him to sign the birth certificate. He has not done so. I encouraged him to be a father to his daughter, and he refused to. He sees her, he pops in and out. She's not consistent, and I had to deal with the emotional stress of my daughter having to deal with him coming in and out. So he got upset because of the whole, he found out that I took her name out of the his name off my daughter's birth certificate.
Why?
Because he wasn't doing anything for her.
Was he the father?
Yes.
You knew that?
Yes.
And because he wasn't fulfilling his responsibility, you take her name from her.
He refused to sign the birth certificate for 4 years.
Never lied. Begged you. Still begging you to sign it.
You denied her.
Love
how
my
many
daughter.
times?
I cried on the bus with
What
my daughter
damaged
last night.
property, ma'am?
The window.
Crazy.
Tell me what happened.
He smashed it because of the incident when he found out that the name was taken off. He smashed the brick against my car window, which is the vehicle that I bought on the day of her birthday because she got tired of catching the bus. So she asked me, give me a car. She's 4, and she
told you, I'm tired of taking the bus.
Yes, Francisco.
Give me the receipt and the picture. Sir, you tell me what's going on. You tell me about your child support and the damaged property.
Your Honor, every time I try to be there for my daughter, whenever she mad, she won't try to keep her away from me.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think? Me personally?
Yes, why do you think she does that?
Me personally, I think she's just trying to make my life miserable.
Give me some examples of when she's done it, because I asked you about that earlier and you couldn't give me any.
When she got me locked up.
That's not her withholding. That's you voluntarily removing yourself by going to get locked up. Well, they don't lock you up. Were you convicted? Were you convicted?
When I tried.
Were you convicted?
No.
Oh, you got off?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yeah, I got off. No, but she didn't.
Did you get off or not?
Yes.
Okay, so you didn't do 2 years.
No, it was all together. It was on and
what?
It was all together.
For what you're referring to right now, her getting you locked up, you were exonerated.
When I did try to contact, when I was...
No, were you exonerated?
What do you mean?
Acquitted. Much as you've been
yes,
charged and in and out of prison. No wonder you get convicted. You don't even know the lingo of a criminal.
I took her to see him.
You learn the lingo of a criminal before you become one.
I took her to see him, Your Honor.
Pardon?
I took her to see him.
I'm asking you about this case. His defense of not seeing the child
Every time I
is that you
for
intentionally got him locked up. He says he wasn't convicted. Was he or not?
Yes, he was convicted.
All right, and that's why he was stumbling around. Tell me about the damaged property. Did you damage the property?
Yes.
All right, what's your defense?
She busted my mom's window, so I busted her window. I don't think I should pay because she busted mine.
No, your mother should sue her, not you. You're not your mother. Your mother's liable. She's liable to
I live with my
your mother. No, I say she's liable. How many times you went to prison?
All right.
You should know that the victim is the one that you have to answer to. And your mother is the victim of her, the perpetrator. You have nothing to do with that. Perpetrator, mom, victim. You, nothing to do with it. Now, child support, what do you say to that?
I was paying child support every week. They were taking it off my check. I was paying $200 a month. I haven't been working, so that's why I haven't been paying it. I haven't been working, but whatever do I do get for my mom, family, or whatever, when she actually does decide to let me talk to my daughter, when I reach out to her, I'll ask her, or she'll tell me what the baby will need, or I ask her how the baby's doing, what the baby need. But other than that, I haven't been able to pay.
When was the last time you were employed?
October.
So that means you should have been paying up until October of 16.
And I was just in 16.
Pardon?
I was released February.
So from February to October, you were working?
Yes.
So you should have been paying your child support, right?
Yes.
And were you?
Yes, I was.
Okay, because I'm about to look. And this is only for 2017, ma'am. Do you have anything that goes back?
No.
All right,
But
so
in the end, it shows like on the...
I know what he owes, but I was just trying to reconcile what he was saying,
Yeah.
and I can't determine that because we don't have the 2016 records. What we do have is the balance. The final balance as of last week is $2,411. Add the $300 because he damaged your property, and his defense is you damaged his mother's property, and that's not a defense to what he did. $2,711. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
You just want them to...
Where the baby at? Where the baby at?
You will never see her again.
Where the
You will
baby at?
never see her again. Take me to court.